But we appreciate you being here and, being all in.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, the almighty CR21. I'm very excited to make this video. We're going to be talking about if AEW Rampage will be a success or will it fail. As you guys know, AEW already has AEW Dark Elevation on Mondays, AEW Dark on Tuesdays, AEW Dynamite, obviously the main show, on Wednesdays, and now they're going to be premiering AEW Rampage right after Friday Night SmackDown on Fox. So basically, when SmackDown goes off the air, AEW Rampage is going to premiere. So that's going to be very interesting. How they're going to do with the ratings? Are they going to get enough attention? Is the show, how they're going to build a show is only going to be 1 hour? What are the talent they're going to have? It's going to be very interesting to see how they're going to book this 1 hour show called AEW Rampage. You already have the commentary crew announced as well. Chris Jericho, Mark Henry, Taz, Excalibur is looking like a nice commentary. But let's just get straight into this video, man. Is AEW Rampage going to succeed or fail? So, AEW Rampage will be premiering this Friday, August the 13th. Friday the 13th, AEW Rampage. Wow, this is going to be the first ever show. And honestly, I'm hyped for it. It's going to be in Pittsburgh. You have already Dr. Britt Baker set to defend the AEW Women's Championship against Red Velvet. So that should be a pretty good match. And other matches should be announced for the show. I'm assuming that's going to be the main event, since it's the only title being defended as of right now. I'm expecting for them on Dynamite to announce more matches, of course. I'm expecting this show to have at least maybe 3-4 matches in between some segments, because it's only going to be a 1 hour show. Picture that, guys. So basically it's going to be what NXT was. NXT would have 3 to 4 matches, probably 2 segments, 3 segments, and that's it. The show will end. It's 1 hour show. But this time it's going to be more interesting because it's obviously AEW, but there's a lot of big names pitched to debut at AEW Rampage. You have AEW Rampage, the first dance, next week in Chicago. And who's from Chicago? CM Punk. CM Punk is set to debut next week in Chicago for AEW Rampage. If he does, it's automatically a success. I'm gonna just say it right now. It's an automatically success. CM Punk, for the fact just to see him back in the wrestling circle, to actually be in wrestling, be a part of a wrestling show, is gonna be massive. Last time we saw CM Punk in a wrestling match, not UFC, wrestling match, was back in 2014. That is crazy. It's been 7 years, almost 8 years, since CM Punk last stepped foot in a wrestling ring. That is pretty crazy. It's going to be hyped to see. And it's already been teased by Darby Allin when he said on AEW Dynamite that he's going to be competing, and it doesn't matter if he faces even the best in the world. We obviously know what he means by that. Shane McMahon, you know what I mean? I'm just kidding. He means CM Punk. CM Punk is going to be showing up, and we might get CM Punk versus Darby Allin. That's a match that I never thought I needed. Now thinking about it, I think that will be a fantastic match. CM Punk, I remember this say that Darby Allin was one of the people he wanted to face. So he might be getting that match. That might be the first match for CM Punk to return. He's probably going to end up beating Darby Allin. Clean fashion. One thing though is CM Punk coming back as a face or heel. It makes sense, I guess, to come back as a face. Maybe he could turn heel down the line, but I feel like he needs to come back as a face because he's going to get the biggest pop in a minute. It's his hometown. It's basically going to be the same atmosphere as when it was 2011 Money in the Bank in Chicago. You guys remember that when he walked away with the WWE title, kayfabe, contract expired that day, so he left with the WWE Championship. You guys know that crowd? I'm expecting that crowd to be twice as loud because this is going to be his return and debut. So it's going to be a crazy atmosphere. Man, it's going to be lucky to be in that building, man. I wish I was in that building. That building is going to explode. And the reactions are going to be priceless. They're going to be great. it's something we needed, and I could already see Twitter, all the social media platforms going crazy because this is definitely a big deal, and I'm all for it. But here's the real thing: ratings. Now, I'm that type of person, I really don't care about ratings so long as the show is good and you enjoy the show. Just be you. You can enjoy the show. Just don't think that ratings are down doesn't mean you can't enjoy a show. It's many reasons why people might not be watching. They don't care no more. They could be busy. You forgot to watch. There's a lot of reasons people don't watch. But then you go online and you see people complaining about the ratings, and then you actually like the show. But then you're gonna agree with that person because you're gonna be like, oh well, it got bad ratings, so I can't like the show. No, you like what you like. Other people like what they like. I have some hot takes. Look at my Sasha Banks video. When I stated she was the GOAT, a lot of people disagreed. Some people agreed. Some people said she was great, but not the GOAT. And it's fine. It's just a take. You can have your own opinions in wrestling and in life in general. So, you know what I mean? It really doesn't matter. So, ratings, I don't really find a big if factor, but it will be interesting how much ratings it will get, considering it's going to be right after SmackDown. So, it's going to be very interesting. It's at 10 o'clock. The people want to watch more wrestling after they watch SmackDown, because a lot of people watch SmackDown. Then they're going to want to watch AEW. It's going to be one of those days I feel like people are going to be like, nah, I'm too tired or something. Maybe they don't watch. It's going to be very interesting to see. But I do expect their highest rated show to be next week. I don't expect it to be this week. I expect it to be next week for the fact that CM Punk might debut. A lot of people are going to tune in. And it's just going to be great. I feel like next week, mark my words, is going to be their highest rated AEW Rampage show of all time. I mean, AEW Rampage. It's just Rampage, not Dynamite. Rampage. If he shows up at Dynamite as well, it's even going to draw more numbers. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens from that perspective. Going to be very interesting how they book the show. Is it going to be like AEW Dark Elevation, where they did good the first weeks, then all of a sudden it's basically like the same thing as AEW Dark? Like, it's basically the same wrestlers, nothing new. Are they going to flop after a while, or is it just going to continue to be a very good show? Now, again, Rampage is way different than Dark, because Dark, like I said, is a filler show on YouTube for free, where you can watch the other talent they have, but they don't have enough TV screen or platforms to show them off, to showcase them, like with the WWE. In WWE, man, you could be anywhere. You could be on Main Event, you could be on 205 Live, NXT UK, you could be on NXT or NXT, NXT India. They're going to be making that soon. They're making a lot of NXTs somewhere other places. And then you got Raw, SmackDown. You got a lot of places you could be. You can even be in dark shows. So, in WWE, you could be like legit anywhere. There's enough space for you. But not the same for AEW. And they got a bigger roster at this point. Like, they just keep signing people. The talent grows. The roster grows. They need other platforms to express the talent, but they just don't have it in the back. Because sadly, the more talent they get, they can't produce them all. And it just makes sense. It's a 2-hour show. You're not going to produce a lot of people like that. So that's why they have, AEW Dark and Elevation. That's why they have 15 matches each. But one good thing, though, is that we're not going to be getting that on Rampage. No. I expect at least probably like 4 matches, like I said, with some segments in it. Maybe like a title match each week to make it a little more fair. So I honestly think, booking-wise, it's going to succeed. I think the talent in there is going to be good. And if you get people like CM Punk, maybe Daniel Bryan comes in, it's definitely going to be a huge success. But I wish them more of the luck. I wish AEW the best. Hopefully it does succeed. I'm definitely going to be watching. And I'm just going to see what I feel about it. I'll definitely give my honest thoughts. Maybe I could be wrong about this video. We're going to have to wait 2 more days to see how the first one does. And maybe I'll be right. But who knows? I might be wrong. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. My last opinion, I think it's going to succeed. Let me know in the comment section below. Will AEW Rampage succeed, or will it flop? Peace.